got back from New York on Sunday. It is now the following Sunday, and I'm flying to London. It was kind of up and down whether or not I was going to go. Originally, this shoot was supposed to happen the week after we did New York, and I wasn't going to be able to do that because I just can't really be away from home for 2 weeks in a row. And then they changed the dates, and it's like I had a wedding last night, and then I have Tim's conference coming up, and I was like, if we can do like these very specific dates, then I can do it. And I need to be able to like sleep on the plane because I'm going straight from this flight to set, which I've never done before. So I'll fly to New York first, and then I fly from New York to London, and then I land in London in the morning, and I'll take a car directly to shoot. And we'll shoot tomorrow and the next day, and then I fly out on Wednesday. So it's gonna be a whirlwind, but I was kind of just like, you know what, if I can sleep on the flight, I usually don't fly, but I won't be on business on this flight, but I will be on one to London so that I can have a lay down seat. Otherwise, obviously, I would have to go basically 24 hours without sleeping and go right into a shoot, which is not possible. So I am sitting in business on that London flight, and hopefully I can get some sleep and be somewhat conscious by the time I get to the shoot. I got some snacks. I'm hungry and I'm feeling a little dehydrated, so I got a little chicken Caesar wrap, some cheese and meats, protein bar, fruit snacks, Gator Light, and water, obviously. Okay, little update. We were delayed on the New York flight enough for me to not be able to make my connection because it was going to be really tight anyways. So she was able to put me on a flight to Dallas and a flight from Dallas to London. It is also a very tight connection because this flight is a little delayed. It's supposed to be boarding very soon, so if it stays that way, I should be able to make it. If I don't make it, here's where things get really hairy. There are, I think, a couple more flights to London. There are no business seats or first class seats. I think from Dallas it's probably the same as it is from here, which is like 10 hours or so, not sleeping and then going straight to set. So I don't know, that's showbiz, baby, I guess. They're starting to board. This is a good sign. They also might make me check my bag at the gate because I'm in a really late boarding group and I'm nervous about, thank God I didn't check my bag initially, otherwise I'd be so fucked right now. But what I'm scared about is if I miss this connection, then my bag will be on its way to London without me anyways. So, some eyemasks. Made it. I'm about to take a shower in this like kind of weird bathroom. And I wasn't gonna wash my hair, but it comes straight down, so I don't know how I'm not gonna get my hair wet. I mean, it doesn't matter. I think I'm slicking it back anyways. But I'm gonna shower. I'm gonna brush my teeth again because I slept in the car. The car ride was like an hour long. Shower, brush my teeth. I don't think I look like too puffy. My under eyes a little bit, but that's just how they exist all the time. It's not even just when I'm tired. They're just always puffy. So bless them. They had a coffee ready for me when I got here. My first shot, they're gonna put me on a little rotating platform. I'm gonna be like Oner Active Barbie. Butt twins.
Let's reset.
Giving like bus vibes, huh?
A little bit.
Right? Like, look, these little bends. All this. Wow.
Kelly's having a real moment about the taxi. We did it. Day one, at least. We just grabbed some dinner together, which was nice. We had also gone to the Oner office and we got to look at some product. So much amazing stuff coming just the rest of this year. It's insane.
we got to see like kind of the product roadmap, which is always fun, and then try on some new and exciting things that I definitely can't tell you about yet, which is why I didn't film it, because a lot of those things won't come until like months and months from now, so I wouldn't be able to show you. But yeah, there are a few things in particular that I'm like really fucking pumped about. But I am tired. I feel almost like equally tired, but also kind of cracked out because it's still only 3 o'clock in Austin, so my body definitely doesn't think it's like time to go to sleep, but I feel tired, like I just feel heavy. So I don't know, like we shoot tomorrow and then that's it. I go back on Wednesday, so adjusting to the time actually will not serve me well. But I do want to get a good night's sleep tonight, so I'm gonna take a shower and then probably watch a little bit of TV, get a little work done, and then try to go to sleep at a reasonable time. I'm gonna FaceTime Tim in a little bit, I think. I don't know what time he'll be done with work today, but I haven't really talked to him all day, so we can try them together.
Yes.
Honey,
Honey,
what are you doing?
what are you doing? Who are you making that face at?
You're making a face at you. Oh my god. I got a piece of rice stuck in my throat. You look very tan. You look like a senorita right now.
Feels so good to be in bed. Oh man. Oh, I'm gonna draw these blackout curtains. I wonder if I can stream anything. Let's find out. We had a long conversation at dinner about social media and influencing as a job and all that stuff, and it's so interesting to hear everybody's like different perspectives, or just like hear especially Krissy's experiences with like, you know, other people that have worked for her, with her, other athletes, stuff like that, where I wonder if some of it has to do with my age, that my approach has always been like, any opportunity that I have that I can do, I'm going to do, you know, like that's just kind of the promise that I made to myself, that if, and it's not exclusive to Oner, it's like a PROMIX and Ladder and any of the other like obligations that, or like companies that I work for and with, that if I have the opportunity to do a shoot, if I have the opportunity to collab on a product, I have the opportunity to work an event, whatever, that I will do that, because I know that there will come a time where it's not me that they're asking to do those things, you know, like I'm not gonna be the one they ask to do shoots. I'm not gonna be the one they ask to do events or campaigns or whatever, but right now they are. And I likely won't see a bigger opportunity than that, at least for a while, you know? And I think a lot of times we think that these things will last forever, or that like opportunities like this come up a lot. I've especially seen it in like some of the, you know, like younger people that I've seen, that they're just like, oh, I'll just go to another brand, or I don't need to do that shoot. Like obviously you have to take care of yourself and you have other things going on in your life. But to me, especially with social media, your time can be so finite. So I don't know. I'm trying to ride this train wherever it's going for as long as I can. And I realize that that is like not how everybody feels about it, which I think is interesting. It's not, they don't think that they'll be doing it for a long time. I think that a lot of people just don't realize that, like, there's just not as much opportunity as you think there is. And I don't know, you gotta seize the day. Carpe diem. All right, how do I wanna watch TV? Just regular TV. I'm not accustomed to that. I can't handle, you put a commercial on, I'm like, fuck this. I might just pull my laptop out and do Netflix from there. Oh. Good night, divas. See you in the morning. so good. I'm gonna go down to the gym. I don't think it's gonna be anything crazy for a workout, but I think it'll feel really good to move my body before we go. This hotel is very high tech. I'm guessing that probably Kelly and Krissy will be down there. Nothing analog in this hotel. Everything digital. Okay, it is time to go. I stuffed my face with food. I have not had coffee yet, which I'm really feeling right now. It's time to go. Actually, I'm gonna bring my toothbrush. Sorry guys, I have way too many things in my hand. I have to put you down. That's a wrap on the shoot. It was a good one. It was smooth, good group. We had a good time. I made it through straight to the shoot from the airport. Got a workout. I feel like I really nailed this trip. I'm kind of proud of myself. So we're done with shooting and we have like a little time at the hotel before we're gonna do a quick dinner. Me, Kelly, Krissy, and Elena, I think. Jessie had to fly back home tonight. Her flight was tonight. So just the four of us, which will be nice. My flight's at 11:20 tomorrow. So it'll basically just be like wake up, pack, and catch an Uber to Heathrow because usually it takes a little over an hour to get there. So it'll be perfect timing and then I'll get home at like 3:30. So I'm thrilled about that. It's been like a little bit of a weird day because obviously this vlog will come out much later, but right now there are like protests in LA, like ICE protests, and Trump is apparently sending the Marines to LA and he's saying that he's gonna like basically occupy LA for the next 30 days, which is just fucking nuts, you guys, nuts. Using the military against the wishes of the California governor and against many US citizens. I can't wrap my brain around the fact that like so many of these things, like we're just getting pushed further and further into like normalizing fascism. And Tim and I have been watching Hitler documentary, a World War II documentary that he actually had watched before. He loves documentaries and he was like, this is a really good one. It was really interesting. I think you should watch it. And it's very timely because the parallels are uncanny, I have to say. Like, just watching that. And this documentary does not touch on anything current day. It's just historical fact. And it is so, the beginning of Hitler's political career and the Nazi Party is so similar to what we are seeing right now. I feel angry, I feel helpless, I feel sad watching families be separated, children being left without their parents. Like, I just can't understand how people look at that and they're like, this is what's right. This is what we should be doing. Taking people that have been living in this country for years, working, they have families, contributing to society, paying taxes. And I really I posted a few things on my story, and inevitably there's always at least one person that's like, and they're here illegally. They're not supposed to be here. They're breaking the law. Or what don't you understand about illegal immigrants being illegal? And it's like, no, I think you're the one that doesn't understand that being undocumented in the US is a civil offense. It is not a criminal offense. Other civil offenses include speeding, running a red light, littering, jaywalking. So I just really, really hope that if you believe that arresting, detaining, separating families is a good punishment for that crime, that you bring that same energy to jaywalking, littering, your friends that speed. Because yeah, it really doesn't make any sense. It's not based in reality. It's based in, if these people were being really honest with themselves, xenophobia. They're scared. They've bought into the narrative that's been sold to them, and that's not all their fault, right? Like, it's not all their fault that everything that's been being pushed in their direction is the reason your life is bad is because immigrants are here taking your jobs, not paying taxes, leeching off the system, collecting welfare. These people cannot get these services. They can go to an emergency room and get emergency services. They cannot get health insurance. They can't see doctors. So many of them don't. Also because they're afraid of getting deported. So if they're sick or if they get hurt, they don't even go to the hospital because they're afraid. It's so fucking frustrating to me. But they're buying what the president is selling to them. It's the same with trans folks. Trans folks are the reason why that's what you should be angry at. That's what you should be. Let's direct our anger in that direction. And so, yeah, I'm just trying my best to help provide resources and use my platform in a way that's like respectful, but also to let people know that I care and that I want to help. Times are fucking weird right now. And it was interesting because one of the girls asked, like, do you feel safe living in America right now? Which is it's so crazy because it's like the US has such a reputation for like it's like the American dream. It's so safe. And so I was kind of taken aback by the question, but I understand why she asked it. And I was like, you know what? Yes, I do feel safe, but there's a reason why I feel safe and other people do not feel safe. Like, I'm a citizen. My parents are citizens. I'm a white girl. I have means. I own a home. So it makes sense that I don't feel active fear. I feel other feelings about things that are happening. I'm not at risk of getting pregnant. I would be more fearful living in Texas if I was planning on getting pregnant, or if Tim and I did not take measures to not get pregnant. But yeah, I was like, it makes sense that you're asking that, but no, it is a privilege that I don't feel actively scared and that I do feel safe living in the US, but there are many, many people that don't, and that don't feel safe traveling there anymore. I don't know. It feels like it's only just begun. Like, it's only been 6 months, which feels crazy. And also, one more thing. I remember when I posted a vlog and I had just listened to a Diabolical Lies podcast episode about trans athletes in sports. And I had a little chat about it, which I tend to do. And somebody was like, I don't come to your channel for politics. Okay, we go to another channel. That's all I have to say about that, because I don't know, I guess if you're new here, like, I'm not quiet about stuff like this. My whole channel is not about politics or activism, but it is a part of who I am, and it's a part of the things that I care about. If not here, on Instagram, on TikTok, I will be sharing the way that I feel about these things. And so if you don't want to hear that, if that's not your thing, if it makes you feel uncomfortable, I would encourage you to ask yourself why, because I really do believe that we should be able to engage in discourse about stuff like this. And one thing that I was listening to another podcast the other day, and they brought up a point that I really liked, and it's like kind of hard because you're like, oh, I don't know. I think a lot of times if you're a liberal or a leftist, that you don't think that you have anything in common with people that you see as racist or bigoted. But in reality, like at our very base level, we all have a lot in common. We all want to live good lives, and we all want to have a roof over our heads and be with our family and be with our friends and be free to do that. And I think everybody can agree on that. And if you are in a position where that is not the case for you, if you don't have a roof over your head or you can't, enjoy your life with your friends or your family, asking yourself why that is. Is it because of immigrants? Is it because of trans people? Or could it be because of other things? And I think that misdirection is really a very tactful thing that the right does. So anyways, I feel a little weird right now. I feel a little sad. I feel weird like posting regular content. I feel angry, but I want to be super clear that like I do talk about shit like this, and I will continue to talk about shit like this on my channel. And I likely won't be engaging in with comments. I usually just say, okay, you don't want to hear about my politics, you don't want to hear about how I feel, then I guess find another creator that keeps it a little lighter.
Thank you so much. Membership, please.
Daddy Krissy ordered for us.
Not allowed to report.
Oh.
Okay, it's about time that I go to bed. My strategy here has been to stay up later than what I wanted to. I'm actually very tired. I kind of made myself stay up. Did some work. I talked to him on the phone. I scrolled, did some scrolling. And my thought is that it's 2 a.m. My flight's at 11, which means that I will likely have to leave for Heathrow. They'll start boarding at 10:25 probably. So I'll have to be there by 9, a little before 9. So I have to leave kind of early. I have to leave by 8. So I'm just gonna get up, pack, and go. And then hopefully, if I'm a little tired, I'll sleep at least some of the plane ride. I don't need to sleep the whole time, but I do want to sleep some of that 10-hour flight and some of the time when it's still nighttime in Austin, if that makes sense. So good night. I'll see you in the morning, and we'll go to the airport together. I'm still tired. My little boarding pass thing on my phone is saying 10:20 on the home screen, and when I go into it says 11:20. It's still saying that it's gonna take about an hour to get to Heathrow. One thing about Heathrow is I really, really don't like being there too early either. I just don't like it because of the way that terminal is set up. So I always fly BA, and it's always out of the same terminal, so it's everything is moshed together in the middle. All the cafes, the stores, so you can't go to your gate and relax. It's all in this centralized area. I don't know, it just feels really crowded and overwhelming. My plan worked. I'm so tired, and I'm definitely gonna be tired when I get on the plane, so I don't think I'll have a problem sleeping. Let's see if I can get some room service. But you can't get them in the US, and these best sour candies out here. So every time I come here, I go looking for sour kittens. It's also kind of funny because right now we can't get socks in the US because of tariffs. So like when we get, which is, I do have a lot of socks, but usually when we get our orders, they just send socks with them a lot of the time, just to make sure we have fresh ones. And we haven't been able to get socks for a while. This actually is perfect. Got a couple pair of fresh whites. Okay, I think I decided I'd rather go down to the restaurant rather than waiting for room service because it's a buffet at the restaurant, so it's super quick. And I like the option to have more things because there's like yogurt, there's eggs, and I want all of that. I went through the fast track security, which is just like a faster line. I didn't know any other details, but the one thing I hate the most about Heathrow, and I'm sure this is the same for other airports outside of the US, but you have to take all of your liquids out of your bag and put them in a plastic bag. But because the fast track apparently uses the old machines, you're only allowed one plastic bag per person. And I purposely only brought my carry-on bags because I didn't want to have to like check baggage or whatever. So it has all my makeup, all my skincare. They're all under 3.4 ounces, but way more than one bag full. I had like 2 bags stuffed to the brim, and he looked at me and was like, "Are you traveling with anyone?" I was like, "What's the right answer to this question?" And so I basically had to stand there and choose between my children. And then he started to feel bad for me. I was like, yeah, this just isn't a thing in the US. Like, we can just bring liquids on. Like, it just doesn't matter how many. You don't even have to take it out of your bag. And he was like, oh, okay. And I was like, does it have to close? He was like, yeah. And then I didn't even realize that in my suitcase I had my makeup. And he was like, oh, you got more liquids in there. And he basically just kind of like turned a blind eye because I was being nice. Always kill him with kindness. He was definitely like a little grouchy, having a long day, and I started like being nice and cracking jokes at him, and I got to keep my makeup. It's time to go to the gate now. It's like a little bit more than an hour before the flight's supposed to leave, but the gate opens. Gates here are literally gates, which I had never really seen before this airport, where like the doors are closed. You can't go to the gate before it's time to board your flight. So then they open the doors. You can go in and go into the plane. So it's time. I need water really badly, but I don't think I have time to buy it.